Hey everyone, I just wanted to make an updated video on how to create a quilted look for your Project Life app pages. Last time I made this video was before the Project Life app had its 3.0 update, and so that video is a little bit outdated, so I just want to kind of make an update and show you how you can create a page like this. So the first thing we're going to do is go into the Create mode and choose a 4x6 print option, and then tap Layouts, and I want to choose one that has four quadrants, so either number 5 or number 6 in this free section. Either one, it doesn't really matter which one we choose. I'll choose number 6. All right, so we've got our 4 kind of portioned page here, and what I want to do is I want to put a different pattern card or a different pattern digital paper into each one of these quadrants. So I'm going to go in, and I have these saved as images on my iPad here, so I'm just going to pull them in as a photo and pull in one of these patterns. So here I've got a dark blue one, here I've got a green, a tan, and a lighter blue. Now with any of these patterns here, I can pinch and zoom if I want, to kind of zoom in on the kind of pattern that I've got going on there. So once I've got my 4 patterns, I'm going to go ahead and export this and save it to my camera roll. And then I'm going to repeat this process with 4 additional patterns. I'm going to pull up my camera roll here again. I'm going to go with this, and this one, and this one. Now this stripe, I'm actually going to rotate so that it's vertical, and then zoom in a little bit. Zoom in a little bit on those stars. And actually I'm going to swap spots with that one. Oh, is this one also stars? Yeah, we're going to throw that one out. Can't have 2 stars. I'll go in and pull a different pattern in. We'll do that blue stripe and keep it horizontal. Okay, however you want to do it, pull in 4 different patterns into this 4x6 template. I'm going to export this one as well. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I'm going to go back into my main Project Life page. I'm going to create a collage page. Go to my layouts here, and I'm going to choose this free number 18, this with the little squares around, square in the middle and squares all around. And I'm going to now pull in to each one of these squares those 4 patterns that I just created. So I'm going to put, and I'm just going to alternate every other one, put one of these shapes all the way around. Let's do that real quick. All right, and then I'm going to zoom out so you can see how it kind of looks like, the squares of a quilt. Now, what I like to do is I've got my top, if we're starting from the top left, I've got, 2 different patterns. So I'm going to go to the top 2 on the right, and I'm actually going to rotate those 1 rotation worth. Just so that, and I'm going to go to the next one, rotate it once, just so that we have a different kind of a variation, or not, the tan square is not always in the bottom left corner. So then I'm going to go to my next group of 2, which is these 2 images here, and I'm going to rotate those twice. Then go to this one and rotate it twice. And then these 2 down here, I'm going to rotate 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and rotate 1, 2, 3. So then these I'm going to leave as they are, and then these I'm going to rotate once, just so that all my sets of 4 squares aren't looking identical. So you can kind of see that varied the look just a little bit. Okay, so now what I want to talk about is how you can, even within these squares, rotate them so that they actually look like triangles instead of squares. So to do that, I'm going to actually X out of the Project Life app and go into my camera roll and select one of these sets of 4. And here I'm going to use the native editing within my iPad. Just going to click edit here at the top. And then on the left-hand side, there's this crop button. The bottom button here on the left is a crop button. And then on the top left, there's two buttons. I'm going to choose the rotate button, which is this square with a little arrow pointing to the left. I'm going to tap that, and then I'm going to use the slider here on the right to rotate this image 45 degrees. That will also kind of zoom in as it's rotating. That's perfectly fine, but you see how I've now got triangles. I'm going to tap done on that, then go back to my camera roll, and you can see how it changed that image into triangles instead of squares. I'm going to go into the other pattern here, do those same things. Going to crop, choose rotate, and then rotate. If you go 45 degrees this way, this is a positive 45 degree rotation. If you scroll up, it rotates a negative 45. Just kind of whichever direction you want to go. It doesn't really matter. We'll go like that, click done, go out, and then if I go back into my Project Life app, now go to my library and my pages that are in progress. I'm going to actually replace this image with one of my triangle images. And I'll replace this one on this side with that one. And do the same thing for all my corners. Oops. So now you can see I've got triangles in the corners, squares everywhere else. You can mix and match squares and triangles in all of your pockets, just kind of whatever floats your boat, whatever kind of pattern you're kind of going for here. And then this middle pocket, I'm going to add my image that I want. So I've created like this little quilt looking page with my grandbaby's feet. Another thing you could do is you could take one of these squares and use it for journaling. Just pull in a journal card. I don't know which of these kits has a square card. Nope, not that one. Sure, let's re-download that kit, see if it has a square card. Could use, nope, no squares in that one. Well, don't be like me and have in mind a kit that does have squares. I know this one has squares. So if you wanted to add a journaling card, you can certainly do that. Put in names and dates or whatever it is you want. But that's just a little quick video on how to make a quilted look from 4 patterned cards or 4 different digital papers without any outside apps, just your Photos app that comes with your iPad or your phone. and the Project Life app. So thanks for watching.